Good morning, everyone. I suppose you're going to see this video in the morning, so that's why I'm giving some greetings in the morning. Good morning, everyone. And today we're going to talk about how to write a blog, okay? So do you know how to write a blog? That would be a good question, right? And for writing a blog, I think you have to consider some important points, okay? One is expressions, okay? When you write a blog, you really need expressions, a variety of expressions, I think. So in order for help you with that, please, if you have your books, that would be a good idea, okay? That you have your books close to you. If you have your book on the page number 59, page 59, and you remember we are using this book, right? The Gold Experience, the second version, okay? In this book, if you open it up on the page number 59, you will have these expressions, okay? These expressions will be useful for you to write your blog, okay? I think, this is my personal opinion, I think you can have two types of blogs, okay? One blog that would be focused on yourself, okay? Blog focused on yourself, your personal issues, your family issues, something related just with you, okay? But there are another type of blog which would be more outside, right? Talking about something not personal but public issues. For example, I don't know if you have heard about this matter of the Black Lives issue, which is related to discrimination with black people, right? In the United States, this is a big issue. So this is an outside issue, right? Maybe you are not experiencing such as discriminating people in your own family. This is not a personal issue. But in this class, I would suggest to you to write a blog about yourself. So you need expressions about personal things, right? Personal stuff. So in order for you to help you with that, please open up your book on the page number 59. Teacher, I don't have my book. It doesn't matter, okay? Don't worry about it, because I'm going to show some pages on the Alexa content, and there you will find these expressions. So let me help you with these expressions so you can know them and use them in your blog. So if you have in the section, if you go to the section 3, the third section, okay, there you have a chart in which it says useful language expressing opinions, okay? So these are expressions for expressing your opinion, because you're going to write a blog about yourself, personally stuff, okay? Personal stuff. Okay, let me start. Here we have 7 expressions, okay? I think you will learn more. You can use more. Maybe if you do your research in Google, you will find some other expressions, but let me suggest this to you. The first one we have here is I think, okay? I think. I would say that, in my opinion, personally, in my experience, as far as I know, it depends on. These are the expressions you have in the book, okay? So you have to use them for writing your blog, okay? So teacher, are these the only ones? No, okay? I think there are more. For example, you can say, instead of using in my opinion, you can say in my viewpoint, right? So you will find some other expressions that I would suggest you can use them, okay? No problem. But I think before maybe using these expressions, okay, for expressing your opinions, you have to know what is the structure of a blog, okay? But let me start with something you already know. You in last classes, I think in the first bi-monthly, we talked about the essay. I don't know if you remember that. We already treated this on class, this essay, the essay structure. I don't know if you remember. Let me remind you some of the parts of an essay. Do you remember them? For example, the essay has 3 parts, right? 3 parts. The essay, 3 parts. The first part is the introduction, right? The introduction. The second part is the body, right? Or you could say the content of the essay, right? And the third part is the conclusion, right? The conclusion. So you have, in an essay, you have three parts. When you write a blog, it's something similar, okay? I'm talking about the structure, okay? Maybe an essay would be a little bit longer, right? It's longer than a blog, because in a blog, how many words would you use? You would use maybe 100 words, okay? That would be enough. Or maybe for others, you can write 200 words, but in an essay it's a little bit longer, right? Because you have to give arguments, you have to justify your ideas and do some more research, right? But in a blog, so since you are talking about personal stuff, okay, since you are talking about yourself, since you are talking about your family, your personal stuff, that's what I mean. You don't need to do research, right? You just have the information around you. So you can talk about, I don't know, your hobbies, you can talk about your pet, you can talk about, I don't know, maybe the programs you like the most, your favorite programs on Netflix, I don't know, personal stuff, right? For example, and here I use this part of my house because this reflects some of my personal likes, my personal preference. I am a musician, okay? Apart from being a teacher, I am a musician. So these are my personal stuff. So since you're going to write about your personal life, you don't need to do so much research because you have already the information around you, okay? So for you to write a blog, okay, you may use the same structure of an essay, just the structure, okay? So in a blog, you need a part of introduction, okay, a part of in the introduction, in which you need to catch the attention of the reader, okay? You need to catch the attention of the reader. That would be the objective of the introduction. When you write a blog, okay, let me repeat this if you haven't understood it yet. In a blog, like an essay, you can have the same structure, okay? When you write a blog, you may have an introduction in which you need to catch the attention of the reader, okay? So I'm going to read, Mr. Jose Bustamante, he's going to read your blogs, right? So he needs to be caught, okay, in the introduction, okay? Your introduction has to be very catchy, okay? So I feel interested in your blog, okay? That would be the introduction. And in the content, you're going to talk about the issue. For example, the issue would be your hobbies. So if you're talking about your hobbies, you can add to that some expressions like I would like, in my spare time I usually do this, in my free time I usually do that. And if you have another topic, like for example your favorite programs on Netflix, what do you like that? Or maybe as I have seen on the media and YouTube, for example, YouTubers, they used to make some comparisons based on their own opinion, right? For example, if you want to compare the HBO platform of movies with Netflix platform of movies, you can make a comparison based on your personal experience or based on your personal opinion. So you can have in that way your blog, the content of your blog. And in the conclusion, okay, in the conclusion you can write, you can reinforce, okay, to consolidate what you have already said in the content. Okay, so you have now the parts of a blog considering the essay structure, right? Please don't confuse this, okay? I am using just the structure of an essay, okay? Because you already know how to write an essay, right? You are very familiar with the essay structure. So I'm using this structure to write the same, or using the same structure for a blog. So you can use the same structure of an essay to write your blog. That would be useful for you. So if you need more information about this, and after checking out the page 59, you can go forward to the page 62, and on the page 62 you may probably have some activities in this Alexia content. On the page number 62, there you have the topic of blog, okay, how to be a blogger, and how is it interesting or not, or here you will have a video, for example, about a student, and this student talks about his own life. So I think this would be a funny topic for you, because I've seen that many teenagers like you, like students like you, and the last period in the school, they really like to talk about themselves. So that would be funny for you, I think. So if you are going to write now your blog, please consider these points. Consider the expressions, okay? The expressions, you can use more expressions that you have seen in this video. And please use the essay structure. Consider an introduction, a content, and a conclusion, okay? And for more information, okay, you have on the page 62 a little bit more, and even you have an example, okay? If you check out the page 62, okay, on the section, on the independent learning section, exercise number 3, you will have there an example of a blog, okay? So please, I really recommend you to check out this part. And there is a project actually, so please read carefully the instructions of the activities below. You're going to see the activities below. Please read carefully the instructions, because I'm going to give you a little bit of help, okay? Help you may need for writing a wonderful blog, and I really hope you can have fun with this activity. So in case you have any doubt or any questions, please don't hesitate to ask to Mr. Jose Bustamante or to me, and I hope you really enjoy this class, because this is really funny. I don't know if you find it funny. I think it's really funny to talk about the experiences we had, especially in these days with quarantine period, right? So with nothing else to say, I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for paying attention to this class. So please, if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. We are here, we teachers are here for answering your questions, okay? So have a nice day.